Hi guys, another question of prelims 2022 can be done through previous year questions. Come to the rightmost column on your screen, the column named prelims 2022 question. The question reads, with reference to the Indian economy, consider the following statements. The first one is, a share of household financial savings goes towards government borrowings. Now, this is a pretty simple statement, logic-based statement. Household financial savings means the savings which you and I, the households basically, they do in the financial system of the company. So what we save in banks, that is referred to as household financial savings. And government borrows from commercial banks, so from these savings only the loans would be given. So this statement is correct, no problems in that. The second statement says dated securities issued at market related rates in auctions form a large component of internal debt, right? So this sentence has got multiple components. We need to focus on dated securities. It is talking only about dated securities. Then it says dated securities that are issued in auctions form a large component. No fixed figure is given, but it's simply saying it forms a large component of internal debt, right? So guys, when I was researching for this question, many questions are there which have come on the issue of external debt, internal debt, government financing, government borrowings, etc. In fact, I zeroed in on around 21 odd questions which are related to this whole theme of government financing, government borrowings. We could not, of course, discuss all those questions in this video, would take too long, so I've just collected them in the PDF. Everything, all those 21 questions you'll find in the PDF. For our purpose, we have 2 PYQs, they will suffice in solving this question, right? So the constraints are set by the second statement. We are talking about dated securities. What are dated securities? Securities that will have a fixed date of maturity, right? So most likely we are talking about debt instruments like bonds. So dated securities form a large component of internal debt. Okay, let us now come to the previous year question. Come to the leftmost column headed related PYQ. The question is, consider the following: market borrowing, treasury bills, special securities issued to RBI. Which of these are components of internal debt, right? So in the 2022 question, it is saying dated securities form a large component of internal debt. The 2001 question, this PYQ we are talking about, came in 2001. The 2001 question has given us a list of items and it is saying which of the above are components of internal debt. Now the answer to the 2001 question is delta D, which is 1, 2 and 3. So all of the above, all of these three are components of internal debt. Now guys, market borrowing is a very broad term. It will include all kinds of securities, dated securities as well. Treasury bills also are dated securities, are a kind of dated securities. And special securities, the word itself is like, it's so wide, it is going to include, you know, any kind of securities issued by the government to RBI, including dated ones. So if all of these three are components of internal debt, that means these three have to be important enough. That is why they have been asked by UPSC. And why will something be important enough? Because they'll have a significant share in internal debt, right? And they're components of internal debt. So they have to have a significant share in internal debt to be asked by UPSC like this. If they were not having a significant share, UPSC will not care about asking it, right? So there's a very high likelihood that the second statement of 2022 question is correct. Let us just quickly see the second PYQ that we have here. This PYQ came in the year 2002. The answer to this PYQ is Charlie C. And let's read the question. It says, with reference to Indian public finance, consider the following, right? So here we don't need to go through all the statements, just come to the final, the fourth statement. It says interest payments is the single largest component of non-planned revenue expenditure of the union government, right? The answer is Charlie. Charlie means 2, 3 and 4. So the fourth statement is correct. The question wants you to identify the correct statement. So the statement says interest payment is the single largest component of government's revenue expenditure. when does the government pay interest? When it has taken loan, right? Market borrowings or dated securities are a kind of loan, and if interest payment is the single largest component of government's revenue expenditure, large amount of interest payments will be there when you have taken large amount of loans, right? And if the total loan is large, the share of government's dated securities also probably is large. So if we combine what we have learned in the previous question, the 2001 question, with the fourth statement of the 2002 question, it is almost certain that the second statement of 2022 question is correct, right? Dated securities or bonds issued at market rates in auctions form a large component, and here it is not saying more than half or for 30%, 40%, not giving you any particular figure. It's just saying a large component, right? So even 20% could be a large component, 30% could be a large component, and it's a wider term. And we also have evidence in the PYQs that this statement is most likely correct. So the answer to the 2022 question then becomes Charlie, both 1 and 2. So guys, that will be all in today's video. Thanks for watching. Also, just as a reminder, the PDF that I talked about in this video, it costs rupees 99. How to purchase it? Every detail is given in the description of this video. Thank you so much. See you next time.